We are heading to space together in just 11 days. 11 days, Aisha Bowe and I. She's a former NASA rocket scientist, aerospace engineer, thank you very much, and a two-time tech company founder. And soon, she will become the first person of Bahamian heritage to fly on a spacecraft. Wow, think about that. On April 14th, we are blasting off on an historic all-female crew mission with Blue Origin. We're very happy to say that Aisha joins us in the studio. I am just in awe of you. I really am. I said, I want to be Aisha when I grow up because you were so calm, you were so controlled, you were so poised. And I look at myself, I'm just a bottle of nerves. I feel terrified and excited. You feel none of those things. Tell me why, Aisha, tell me.
I have been preparing for this moment my entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, I started my career thinking I was allergic to math, right?
Yeah.
In school, I did not want to do calculus. And here I'm sitting here, and I'm just like, we are going to space.
I mean, you were also told as a little girl, I love her backstory, that you actually dreamed too big.
Yeah.
When you talked about going to space, they said you need to make your dreams smaller. What were you told you should be doing?
I was told I couldn't, I wouldn't, I shouldn't, and I can't.
Oh.
And I did. I went from community college to studying aerospace at the University of Michigan to working at NASA for 6 years.
But they said you should be a cosmetologist. Didn't they tell you
Yeah.
that? You should go to hairdressing school. Nothing wrong with that, but you were thinking other things that you wanted to do.
It was so limiting at the time, and I've really dedicated my career to demonstrating that you decide who and what it is that you want to be, not others.
A lot of kids are interested in rockets and space flight and things that fly, but they also run up against math and they think, I'm bad at math. They tell themselves that, they believe it. How did you get yourself out of that headspace where you didn't think you could do the work?
What I realized was that I had internalized a narrative that was false. And once I tuned the noise out and I only focused on what I wanted to do, I realized that I could do it. And I think it's so important to take control of how you speak to yourself.
Yeah.
You must tell yourself that you can, regardless of what the outside world says. And once I did that, I started small. I said, I just want to pass my calculus class. I got an A. And from there, I continued to strive, I continued to dream, and I continued to achieve.
Yeah, you stopped subscribing to what other people were projecting onto you. What was your reaction when you learned about this star-studded group of exceptional women, which includes Gayle, of course, superstar Katy Perry. We have philanthropist Lauren Sanchez, civil rights activist Amanda Wynn, film producer Carrie Ann Flynn, and you, of course. What was it like when you heard about the crew?
You mean once I stopped screaming and wiggling?
Yeah.
Like even now, I'm so excited. I mean, I don't want to go to a world that doesn't include journalism. I don't want to go to another world that doesn't include music or filmmaking and art. And so I'm so excited that this crew represents the best in the future of humanity.
Yeah.
And it's really space for the benefit of Earth.
Yeah, yesterday we showed the special April digital edition of Elle magazine where you guys were all on the cover and you guys met in person for the first time. What was that like?
Aisha,
you guys looked fantastic, by the way.
We looked good there.
Looked
We did.
good. But hold on, I heard you guys were supposed to have this like blue steel look, but one person was just cheesing her little butt away.
I know. I always look like a grinny hinny, but I mean, you had the smile down immediately when they said, Gayle, don't open your mouth, just smile with your lips closed. But there is something about taking that picture, all meeting for the first time, that I was so blown away by everybody's backstory, yours in particular, because coming from the Bahamas, your dad wanted to be an astronaut at one time. What excites you the most, though, about this trip?
I'm excited about all the people we're going to inspire. In fact, my mentee works at Blue Origin. I met her when she was 13 years old, and she comes up to me and she says, I want to be an aerospace engineer. And so from 13 to her working at NASA, to me being there with her through college, to her working on the rocket engines at Blue Origin, I know that this and what we do matters. People are going to see you. It's going to be like 10, 15 years from now, and they're going to go, Gayle, I did it because I saw you. I did it because I saw all of you reach for the sky, and I knew I could too.
I keep saying to Aisha and to Amanda, really, that they are really my support humans, because I really am in awe of such young women. You said one of your main things you're worried about is streaking your makeup through the tears. That's your main concern, streaking your makeup through the tears?
Yes. Yeah. Listen, we've been testing setting sprays. I need to make sure we have the makeup in tight, because I'm going to be so excited, and we cannot streak.
But the preparation you've been doing, we saw you in a plane. I will never do that. You wanted to feel the G-force, because I thought if I do those things and I get to like that, I'll get that.
Woo! too.
I thought I'd get too uncomfortable. I wouldn't be able to do it. You're doing that. Why? Why are you doing that?
I think it's important to show how you prepare for a commercial space flight. Most people have no idea what is involved in going to space. And there are space regulations, and me kind of being a space nerd felt that this was an opportunity for me to share some sunlight and show how do you prepare for space and make sure you're physically and mentally prepared.
So, Gayle, you're
Well,
not,
if at one point I crawl in your lap, just pet me like a puppy.
you're not doing any of the G-force training beforehand?
No.
You're just going to feel it
No,
live?
most people are not doing that. She's doing that.
Yeah.
Most of us
Gayle's
are
a
not doing
natural.
that.
Yeah, she's ready for it.
Yeah.
Aisha, thank you
I
so
know,
much.
Aisha. I'm a natural.
We appreciate you.
Nate got jokes.
Now listen, you can watch our trip to space on Blue Origin in a special extra hour of CBS Mornings on Monday, April 14th. The launch is set for about 9:30, so we hope it goes according to plan. That is 6:30 a.m. Pacific.